Hey everybody, how are we this evening? It is One Life with Sensational Sounds. Yes, we are updated. And who have I got here sitting next to me? The one, the only Ilene Springer. How are you?
Well, hello. It's great to be here. Thank
I
you
do know.
for
I
inviting me
love it
to
when
your
people
show.
first. I do. I love it when people first come to the show because some people sound really, really nervous when they go, "Oh, hello, how are we?" And other people, like Jez from Blackwood Mojo last night. He's like, "What's up, everybody?" And he's like a right game show. It's like fantastic. I love it. It's that beginning bit. Anyway, everyone, how are we this evening? Well, I'd say this evening here. It is this evening here in America, in the
It's
UK.
2 o'clock here.
But over in America, it's 2 o'clock over in America, so it's the afternoon still. So if you're still at work, then well, do you know what? Sneak off to the bathroom or outside for a fag break and come and join me and Eileen and come and join some great music, okay? But if you're off work today, switch on the YouTube, switch on the TV, and come and watch us and come and join in because tonight we have got some amazing live music for you by Ilene Springer and also her latest track, also which she has brought out and brought to the One Live show. Jerusalem Road will be played very, very shortly. But before that, let's tell you what we've all been up to. Okay, so I've got a bit of a sad thing to say today. It is the last day of the Cystic Fibrosis Trust, okay? I just want to thank each and every one of you who have given up your time and your dedication to support One Life and helping the Cystic Fibrosis Trust get their name out, okay? And also those who have given up their money to the Cystic Fibrosis Trust by giving funds into Facebook or to those directly. Thank you so, so much. It's all very appreciated. We are always there to raise awareness and we're always there for a good cause. And I just want to say thank you. I want to touch on that a little bit today in terms of good causes. Can I just bring something up with everybody? Our musicians, 4,500 of them, they do this out of the goodness of their heart. Every charity that they go to, it is sung from the heart, whether it's a single, whether it's at a festival, whether it's an organization. Those who give up their time for local and national charities do it out of their own hearts. Do you know what? I think I've worked with musicians for so many years, over 30 years, and I think at the end of the day, most of us, and probably all of us, if we go out to a festival or a gig, we'll turn around and say, do you know what? Cut out our fees. We don't want our fees. This is for charity. We don't want to be paid tonight. We want that money to go to charity. Or there'll be some sort of thing that we donate or do, not one point at any of our artists pocket any money from a local or national charity whatsoever. We wouldn't be doing what we were doing, with charities because we love them. At the end of the day, I've had 6 to 8 great years with local and national charities around the world and built up, formed and loved relationships that I've got. So the One Life show particularly wants to say, no, we do not take any money. It's about raising awareness and also you lot pay the money directly if you want to. Okay, so just wanted to get that off my chest and please, 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 please keep to the show and please keep to these charities because you know what? For me, it's not about the money. It's about raising the awareness because at the end of the day, you may be saving someone's life or you may be given that important piece of medical information that patient or that person needs. And because you don't know about it, it could be right underneath your nose on a website. Click or share. Okay, it's just as important to keep that information going, as informed by the Cystic Fibrosis Trust, this month, who actually come on the show. It was absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much, Cystic Fibrosis, for giving your time up to us, giving us the sponsorship forms, giving us the balloons, giving us the t-shirts. You've been absolutely amazing. Our artists have presented you. They've been out and done a festival for you. You've been on the podcast. My artists here at One Life have donated and had fun on the show and talked about cystic fibrosis. And we've had an absolutely fantastic month. In relation to One Life, we haven't got anything else for you tonight because we want to get right onto the show. Okay, so we're going to catch up with the one, the only, Ilene Springer, everybody. So, a flood of new songs. Take us back to since you're last on the show. When you say a flood, how many do you reckon you've written?
I don't know, maybe 15, 16, 17 songs.
Wow. Okay. That is a flood.
Yeah.
Where do they all come from? Do you just like walk down the street and think, do you know what? I love that dress. Right. Okay. That's a name for a new track. I love that dress.
You have to go out of your realm, because if not, you just get stale and you just keep writing same songs that are different, but they sound a lot alike. So you really have to listen to different musicians, different styles, and create new things and write about new experiences.
Do you do that as an artist? Do you regularly check out other people, what they're doing, and then does that influence your own music, or do you think this is actually my style of music and I want to keep to that?
I've been branching out because I started to think that a lot of my songs sounded like the same, and like, you know, I'm really and also I'm bored with it, and I wanted something new. So I was just listening to like everything online, you know, but not just one style, not just rock, not just country, not, you know, a little bit of jazz, a little bit of that, a little bit of everything, and incorporate it, and you get different rhythms and different sounds, and then your words have a different rhyme to everything. And there's also a lot of different ways now in this day that you can look up things that you couldn't back in the, you know, the old day. Now there's a lot of people put examples out, and you can look up words and imagery and a lot of things. And so it's I'm
gonna ask you this diamond question, because I've been asking my guests all week this week. The big battle for AI, you know, what's your feelings on this new AI technology coming into the music industry?
I think there are some good things and some awful things, of course.
Okay.
The awful thing is that, you know, I mean, it's really not good for musicians because it's not real, and it's taken our place. And there are, you know, what I heard, there are like 2,500 songs a day being released by like a computer that's not generated. And I don't like that. And I don't like to see the economy going in that direction.
Being hit in that direction. Yeah.
But I also see some good things happening, you know, people that aren't musicians are coming out of their shells and being able to look at it like, well, look at this is, you know, maybe I can write a song, or maybe I can hear something that, you know, I've never heard before. And you know, I've seen like I generate songs with their name and like that.
Excuse the seagull. I really think that my seagull. I've got a pet seagull. Okay, his name is Fred. He comes and gets his dinner every single night. And when it comes to the show, it's almost as though he needs to make his presence known. Now, he has been fed, but it seems to me now that he knows when I'm on the show, and he has to talk to everybody exactly at the time when I come on.
Duxbury Beach. The other day.
It is very beach. It's quite selective.
That's what it's called. It's called Duxbury Beach. And the seagulls, they just come right up to you, and they're alive. I mean, they're creatures.
I love that. We love like, seagulls. Yeah, I don't know why anyone would hate a seagull. You know, yes, they come and nick your chips.
I don't like when they
exactly. No, I don't like when they attack. But, they are quite intelligent.
About AI.
Yeah.
AI.
Come on, let's get back to the program. Fred, go away.
It's scary in a way, and I hope it doesn't get to the point where it's like that's the only way that music can be created, and then us musicians have to learn how to put music through this, because I mean it's hard enough having to go online and learning all this technical stuff as it is, you know, being at the age that I am. But I hope it doesn't get to that point. What I do see as useful is, you know, you can look on AI and chat app, and you can see what the ideas they have and compare them to yours and say, oh, I never thought about it that way. And I never, you know, would ever pay for AI or anything like that. But sometimes I've heard some good melodies. So they could be like 30 seconds of a song or whatever. And
I think that's very scary. At the moment, I have listened to AI tracks, and do you know what? they are sounding more real every day. The instruments, the vocals, it is so scary. And the
They
fact that
sound
I
like
heard,
they are real.
I heard this week that people have been putting in AI tracks into Spotify, getting 3 million streams and being paid a wage out of. And us artists, we're not even getting 3 million streams. We're not
Where
even
did
being
they
paid
get
a wage. It's disgusting.
Are they getting real? Some of these AIs, they get real. I heard that they get real musicians that are singing the songs. You know, like you can press in
It's
and
gone
get
into a real different
Alicia
world.
Keys to be singing your song. Yeah, I don't like that, but I do like the fact that we can look up ideas that AI has and say, hey, you know what? I never thought about that. You know, maybe that format is good
I
for
think
me.
I think it has its benefits for songwriters, and you know, if you've got that writer's block and you just want a little added something to give you an idea, you know, we've all been there. You know, you've probably been there 17 songs later thinking, you know, how am I going to do an 18th? I've completely run out of ideas now, you know. So actually, you may sneak onto ChatGPT and think, you know, just give me another idea, you know.
I think that's a good thing, but I would never pay money for a song, like, you know. And when I write a song, I'm thinking to myself, AI, no way.
Exactly. How
can they be compared to a real musician? And even the fact that if you took something from AI and put it out there and wanted to make money as your own, as a musician, how could your conscience deal with it? Mine couldn't.
Exactly.
You know?
Well, you know, it is. And it's been the topic of the week. And I just want to say to Elon Musk, please do not put Tesla robots on a stage and play them with a guitar and a band, okay? It's not going to work, okay?
Right.
We're all going to laugh at you, okay? It's not going to work. But I can see that. I can see going to a robot rock concert or something. It's just weird. These days are really weird. But the musicians are fighting back on Elon Musk, okay? And Jeff Burns and all those like AI people. Musicians are fighting back because we're sick of it. We're sick and tired of it. And we're going to make sure that us musicians are on top of the charts, not AI, not robots. And giving you an idea of how we're fighting back is the One Life Academy is being led by Jesse McAllister, our very own ISSA songwriter. He is putting a songwriting course together. And he is looking for those producers out there to work alongside him because our students are going to be taught the proper way. They're going to be taught with instruments. They're going to be taught with the best songwriter we can possibly find. And then our tracks, when they're produced away from the academy, after about 8 weeks, are going to go out and you're going to hear the most amazing music and there'll be no AI involved whatsoever, okay? So we are fighting back against this new AI technology and you're not going to win, okay? You're definitely not going to win. Anyway, I've got that off my chest. I needed to get it off my chest. I'll tell you, it's been bugging me all day. Anyway, Ilene, in terms of you making amazing music also, you are still got those great icons which are sort of part of your life, you know, the likes of Elton John, you know, Miranda Lambert, you know, you're saying you're changing your style of music, but their influences, are they still strong in your words and strong in your music?
Yes. Mm-hmm. And I go back and forth with different artists and I find different, you know, things that I like. I really like Miranda Lambert. I've been listening to her lately and I just think that she stands out as a country artist. She's just so, how would I use peppy, really like fun. It sounds like she's having a good time when she sings, and that's a technique that I want to have because, you know, some music you listen to and they're like, well, this is just another song written to be heard. I want to be like
just another one, you know, just another one for me to sit and listen to on my phone, you know.
Yeah, and that's not how I write. I write from the heart because I have something to say, and I want to share it with people. And that's what I like about her.
Always the best way. Again, AI robots are not going to be able to do that because they don't have a heart, they have a microchip. So at the end of the day, this music does come from the heart, from us artists as well. So yeah, great, fantastic. Okay, so in relation to people who don't know you, you know, when we spoke to you last, when you come onto the show, you're saying your family is very rich in terms of musical talent, and that's really how it came about.
Very rich. and then
musical talent, not rich. Well, I don't know. You can, I don't know, not yet. Eileen, I haven't seen you for the last few months. You might have made it. You might have
they
made
are rich
millions,
in talent. Yeah, my
some
dad.
independent artists, you probably only got a T-shirt out of the last few weeks. How's it been going?
My dad is classically trained. He's 88 years old, and he still plays up a storm. He writes his own musicals. He gets people involved at his, he plays at a Unitarian church, and every week he puts together songs for people to hear and to listen to. And it keeps him active. And I get all my talent probably from my dad. My brother just picked up the guitar and the piano and plays. And it runs in the family. And I always, as a child, I was always in choruses. I branched out in my teens and went to every open mic I could possibly go to, and started writing on my own, and then going to, coffee houses and festivals, and then got booked at shows. And I had a real big show this summer. It was great. Oh my goodness, those are the best shows.
Tell us all. What do you mean? Do you mean last year? We've only just started the summer. So is it this summer that you had a good show?
This summer.
Oh, go on. Tell us about it. We need to know. Where were you? What were you up to?
July 23rd. That's when I played for this disco band called Booty Vortex. They were such high energy. I'm glad they picked me for this opening act, and it was right overlooking out at the water, and there was so many people, hundreds. Oh, and what I liked is, you play at a big event like that, you're going to get like great equipment, great powerful speakers, the best of everything. And I never heard my voice like that before. It overwhelmed me almost. I was like, wow, And I stayed steady and calm. And from then on, I was just like, well, this is how I could sound on a, real equipment. And this is the confidence I want to take to other gigs, because I feel like this is the best of me. This is what I sound like. I mean, my sound could resonate out throughout. I felt like through the wind, out through all those people that could hear me. It was an outdoor. It was perfect. The weather was like 100% gorgeous. Everything was great, and I did 7 songs.
Lovely. Nice. I love how you've described that. And I'm going to bring something up with Ozzy Osbourne. God bless him. I'm very sad that Ozzy is gone. But in terms of crowd and the reason he done his music, to say goodbye to his fans the way he did, he obviously knew he was very unwell. And obviously he had transferred his legendary status over to Youngblood, who, is basically going and doing exactly the same as Ozzy. It's all about the fans. It's all about the music. It's all about having that connection with people. I've sat behind a studio since COVID, and I probably haven't. I've probably gigged once since COVID, out and about, but there's nothing like it when you connect with your audience and you connect with real microphones, real studio. You can't. I'm trying to, in terms of One Life Sensational Sounds, in terms of PR management, we're trying to get our artists to actually understand what it really does feel like to be out and about, touring, going to different places, doing as many gigs as you possibly can, compared to the digital studio that you can do at home. I don't have nothing against it. I just think you just cannot beat a real live stage.
When you're out there and people can relate to you, they can relate to what you're saying, and they know that that's who you are. You're a musician, and you're here to entertain them.
Fantastic. As Robbie Williams says, you're here for entertainment.
It's not like being online. It represents who you are and what you carry with you, everything about you.
Fantastic. Brilliant. Well, for all those who have just recently joined One Life of Sensational Sounds, Eileen's given them some top tips about what it's really like to go and give a performance and basically singing it from your heart and, connecting with your audience and things like that, absolutely fantastic. Well, I'm going to get people to connect with Eileen now, because we are going to play her song, and her first song that she sent over to us. She's going to tell us a bit about Jerusalem Road and how this came about, what it is about in terms of the story behind the song, and then we'll sort it out for her, okay?
Okay. Well, Jerusalem Road is a street that I absolutely love. It's beautiful. there are $5 million homes. Anyone would think it was beautiful down there. And I took walks down there for years and years. And I always wanted to write a song about it. I never did until 2021, where I sort of had this dream of, what if I ever lived there in a place like that, you know? And so I started to absolutely look up the real estate there. And I saw the house that I wanted. And it was on the market at that time, and it had a balcony up where you could have bands every weekend. It had like a gourmet kitchen, you know, all the things in a mansion would have, you know, and different rooms with like, you know, the golf course,
it all sounds amazing. All sounds absolutely amazing.
Studios and the pools and the entertainment rooms, and you know, one thing.
You obviously had a good time there. That sounds absolutely amazing. Right, okay, Jerusalem Road coming up. Well, I'm just going to sit back and imagine this amazing place and go and enjoy myself there with my pet Fred. Okay, Jerusalem Road coming up, everyone.
Of land extend for miles, and the ocean and sand blow salty air through the screen of my bedroom suite, and the grass is freshly mowed. I touch it with my bare feet. Take me down, I want to show you. Take me down to Jerusalem Road.
Take me down.
I wanna go. Take me down to Jerusalem Road. I sip my morning coffee outside on the top deck. The marble stones along the walls give a luxury effect. My spectacular home with the shiny wooden floors, and my vegetable garden outside my patio door. Take me down. I want to show you. Take me down to Jerusalem Road.
Take me down.
I wanna go. Take me down to Jerusalem Road. And inside the chef's kitchen, I'd eat gourmet food every day. I'd watch my movie-sized TV day off from work on a Monday, and we do what we want anytime. Can we go? Take me down to Jerusalem Road. Of my estate, and I take my boat out, and wow, I'd feel so great. Perhaps we would go swimming in my underground heated pool, and I'd invite you into my entertainment room. Take me down. I wanna show you. Take me down to Jerusalem Road.
Take me
down. I wanna go. Take me down to Jerusalem Road. And maybe what's one more? And we drive side by side down the long, windy private streets, dressed up to the tens with the movie stars and athletes. Take me down.
Take me down.
I want to show you. Take me down to Jerusalem Road.
Take me down.
Take me down. I want to go. Take me down to Jerusalem Road.
Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely enjoyed that. Do you know what I really enjoyed? And I don't know if she's still around, but Vanessa, my fiance, is a real big sucker for violins. That was beautiful. It's not often you have a track with so much violin. You get the odd bit, but for your
violin?
track, yeah.
The way you said the pronunciation, I thought you said violence.
Do you know, I know it wasn't violence. I'll tell you what, Tabby Dub, if you're listening, stop taking the mickey out of my voice. I'll tell you. I've had enough of this.
Like, what am I doing?
It wasn't violence, it was violin.
Violin.
I'm saying Tammy because she has a great joke with me about my UK accent. And every single time she comes on my show, she rips me to shreds when it comes to my accent. And she just deliberately gets me to say things so I can trip up and say it in the wrong way. But no, it wasn't violence. It was violin.
Violin. Okay.
There was a gentleman today in Torbay, and I've got to tell the audience about him because he was absolutely amazing. And it reminded me that there's a show coming up soon that I want people to really look out for and attend. There was a gentleman who was playing his violin. He wasn't being violent, okay? He was playing his violin, okay, in Torquay Town Centre. And oh my God, I wish I had time to give him a card and say, please contact me. This man was multi-talented. He was in a wheelchair and he had his like busking pot out. And I've never seen anybody play a violin the way he done. And I was, wow, I've got to find him again. I've really got to find him because he was just phenomenal. He was absolutely amazing. And,
what was his name?
You know, I didn't even get it. I was rushing to go to a meeting, and I heard him. You know, when you go up the street, I don't know if you've done it yourself or you bust yourself, where you hear music along the street, and it's just like, wow, I need to know where that's coming from. I'm going to run to it because it sounds so good. You know, Have you ever been in that situation where you live?
Yeah. Used to go to Boston, like, just out on the streets in Cambridge and hear music that people would, you know, buskers.
It's beautiful.
Really good.
You know, I don't know about busking in America. The UK, it's starting to come back. And, you know, I'm starting to see it more. I used to when I was young. It always used to be in my market town. You know, busking was a big thing. You could almost see it for about a mile long going into the market. You know, there was a busker like literally everywhere. They all like mixed into each other, you know, but it was so popular, you know, and then it phased out because of COVID. And now it seems to be that you sort of walk along your street and there's a busker sort of a few yards from each other. And they've really sort of all of a sudden come out, you know, like traffic wardens. They've come out, you know, all of a sudden, you know. So is that like that in America now? Are they still doing it?
I haven't seen any for a while. I don't go into the city that often. But I did, you know, in my younger years. And I know, you know, some people that have gotten famous. Look at Tracy Chapman. You know Tracy Chapman?
Yep, I know Tracy Chapman.
From busking, you know, got discovered. And what a songwriter she is.
Definitely. And one of the things we were talking about today at One Life, we were talking about the opportunities of social media and busking and sort of, you know, things that people haven't really cottoned onto yet, even though we've had social media channels for all these time. And I was talking to an artist today about busking on TikTok, you know, and has she made her millions by busking on TikTok? Because I'll tell you what, there's some 60, 70-year-olds who was actually making their millions by sitting there and busking on TikTok and doing singing on TikTok, and they've got million followers and absolutely earning a fortune through this social media platform. But you've done it with Scott on YouTube. You know, you've collaborated with him on YouTube. How did that go? That must have been quite good fun.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
So was it originals? Was it karaoke? How did it go? I haven't seen it, and I'm going to go back to it after the show.
You're talking with my brother?
That's the one with your brother, yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, he lives in Florida now, and we just got together and played a bunch of covers. And we grew up together, and so it's a natural. We never went out and played out together. He was just never interested in that. But we played like Proud Mary, Please Come to Boston, David Loggins, what other ones? Somebody to Love by the Bee Gees. And we kept going on, and we did like about 7 songs throughout that weekend. I mean, I was only there for 2 days. And so I posted a couple of them on YouTube, and they're just like a lot of fun. Me and my brother.
It is a lot of fun.
Scott,
it is a lot of fun.
Famous, and,
Scott, yeah. Hi, Scott.
I
Hi, Scott out there, you know. Brilliant. We'll have a special mention for Scott, okay? And we're going to find Scott on YouTube and find out if, he has an amazing voice just like his sister.
Wait till Ilene and Scott Springer yet. He's more of a guitar player, but he does sing too.
Fantastic.
Pianist.
Fantastic. Okay, so we are going to get to our charity because we are halfway through our show this evening. So I wanted to know a bit about cystic fibrosis and what it's all about. Okay, so for those who have seen these videos all week, I will carry the same message as I do now. Cystic fibrosis is one of those conditions that is life-limiting. However, science and medication is making sure that life limit is starting to grow and get older as medicine comes into place and science comes into place. And, we do thank the Cystic Fibrosis Trust and all of the doctors and all the physicians and all of the medical staff who are really putting their time into making sure that people have a better life through this horrible, horrible condition. So, I will say, as I always do, please, while you're watching this video, if anybody needs anyone to talk to, please pick up that phone, go to the Cystic Fibrosis Trust, or whether there's a trust in your area across the world, please just pick up the phone and have a chat with one of the advisors. They're there to speak to you, and also your family and friends as well. Okay, you're not on your own because you've always got us at One Life too. Okay, so the video today is a little bit, I think it's about 3 minutes long, so we're going to have a sit back and listen to the presentation by the Cystic Fibrosis Trust. And this is what young people tell us what it's like to have cystic fibrosis, but also what the trust does in terms of bringing these young people together and getting them talking to others about the trust and how they need their support and how they lead the generation of young people who are talking on the behalf of the Cystic Fibrosis Trust. So enjoy, and we will be back right after this.
Hey, I'm Taya, and I was diagnosed with cystic fibrosis when I was around a month old.
Hey, I'm Chawan, and I have a family member with cystic fibrosis.
Hi, I'm Tilly, and I was diagnosed with CF when I was 10 days old.
We're all part of Cystic Fibrosis Trust's Youth Advisory Group. But that's a bit of a tongue twister, so we all just say YAG for short.
YAG means that young people with CF can make a difference and make sure that our voices are heard loud and clear.
Yeah, definitely heard that.
Recently, Cystic Fibrosis Trust sent out a survey called Your Life in CF. We helped to write the questions for young people. We wanted to ask you what you felt about things that we feel strongly about.
More than 100 of you filled out the survey, and you told us about things like the future, school, emotions, and talking about CF.
Here are 5 things that we found out. Number 1, going into hospital and taking our treatments can bring up loads of emotions, and it only gets harder as we get older. Half of us felt nervous about it, and lots of us felt embarrassed.
Number 2, raising awareness is really important. Most of us want to talk about our CF, and 41% of us care when people don't understand how CF affects us.
That can be really annoying.
Number 3, young people with CF want more emotional support at school and college. One young person said, "Don't call me dramatic, actually try and understand my CF."
Number 4, CF is a real worry. In fact, 40% of us said that we worry about it all the time. We worry about lots of different things. The future, needles, our weight, and our physical health. 60% of people said our physical health was the biggest worry.
And number 5, young people with CF have lots of different aspirations and dreams.
I want to travel. I want to go to university, and I want to dance.
I want to be a marine biologist.
I would like to travel the world and open a private hospital.
I want to be part of a cabin crew on planes and travel around the world and see places.
I want to travel and be a famous director when I grow up and meet loads of people.
So what happens next? Your voice matters. Sharing your feelings and experiences means that the Trust can work on things that really matter to us.
It can help put CF higher up on the agenda for politicians and get them talking about CF in Parliament.
This can help make sure that all of us really live a life unlimited.
And how do we feel knowing that we've made a difference? I feel proud.
I feel powerful.
I feel excited.
A big thank you to everyone who took part in the survey. Oh, and if you're watching this and thinking, wow, they seem like a great group of people, we'd love to get you involved.
We're always looking for new members to join our YAG community.
Hey, you can even help shape next year's survey. Find out more at cysticfibrosis.org.uk/YAG.
And 41% of us care what it is.
I should read it louder if I'm saying that, shouldn't I?
Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5.
YAG is a way for pink? Who?
Number 2, you're about to hit the thing.
Okay, let's come back. You know, in relation to what cystic fibrosis is, obviously the girls didn't give too much away there. It is a life-limiting condition to do with the lungs and the airways, and basically, you know, how it affects people with cystic fibrosis. It's in different types of ways, but we all know that it's a life-limiting condition. Up to the age of about 40 years old is the average for someone who has cystic fibrosis, a condition which hasn't been mastered yet in relation to, you know, being able to find something which is going to live beyond 40. But the reason it was chosen this month was for our One Life co-owner, Paul. He had a family member who had died from cystic fibrosis. So it is a very hard condition, but one, if you see those girls' faces, and that's why I wanted to end the show this month. It's been a hard month for everybody to listen about cystic fibrosis and learn about cystic fibrosis, but the smiles on those girls' faces and the way they talk about their condition and the fact that they want young people to be an active part of the group, to, you know, take part in, you know, surveys and take part in group chats and take part in, you know, shaping the future for cystic fibrosis. I wanted to end the month like that because I wanted to end with their smiles and their bloopers. You know, at the end of the day, those conditions, those girls must be extremely scared about what their life looks like. But you know what? They got a smile on their face, they're laughing, you know, and they're really trying to encourage young people. So I think everything what's going on in the world at the moment, please take a look at those girls. You know, those girls know what's coming, but they're there to enjoy themselves and there to give a big smile. But let's talk about bloopers. Eileen, when you've been on stage, have you ever had that nervous thing? Something's like gone completely wrong. The guitar string has snapped. The microphone has gone off. What's been your biggest blooper as a musician?
Oh, definitely. I just want to say, being with you, I think if something like that happened, I would probably just laugh. Because you're just fun to be with, you know, and that's a good thing. That's a really uplifting, good thing. You know, some interviews are just like, you feel like, oh my goodness, what am I going to say? But with you, it's
like tone,
casual.
Monotone.
Some of the things that I've done, well, I used to be so nervous that I'd be halfway through what I'm going to say and I couldn't remember anything like that. And I would just be like, and I had one particular talk show host finish my sentence, which is just really awful. And then, like, how do you come back at that? You don't even know, you know, she's already filled in your you know, what you're saying with what she felt like she wanted to do, you know, so that's really bad. But I think you're a lot better than you think you are. Most artists think that their screw ups are a lot worse than they are, because when you look back at them, then they're not that bad. But I've
looked back on my videos and I've laughed at myself. I thought, why did I say that? You know, it's like my entry. I don't know about your entry onto stage. Do you feel as though when you go on stage, you say the same thing? Because when I do my podcast shows, I look back, it's like, hey everybody, and welcome to it. I'm just thinking, Adrian, you've done that for like 2 years now. when you used to go on stage, did you walk onto stage and do exactly the same thing with your crowd? Do you feel it?
No, I don't get nervous. I get nervous for interviews. That's where I get nervous, like these online ones. And I think that the worst thing is I would start a song and just freeze in the middle and like, I don't know what to do. I don't even know why I'm here. I would just be either making up words or trying to figure out where I left off or what I was going to do. I mean, that bad. And just, hesitating to what I'm going to say next and finding space and
in the UK words. I'll give you this little tip, okay? A UK word which we always use: we wing it. Okay, so winging it means you just add an ad lib. You just perform stupid and nobody knows what's going on behind the scenes. So with me, it always used to be, if I forgot the words, it was like, you know what, have a look at this stupid dance. So I'm just going to get you involved because I completely forgot my words. Need you to sing them for me, and you probably know my track better than I do.
And the more you put yourself through it, the better you would get. So that's how I felt. I was like, well, I'm just going to put myself through the hoop and the ringer again and again and again. And then it would just become natural. And some people like you interview with, like you and I feel like it's a lot easier than some other people where they're just asking you these questions that in the personality is real flat, and you have to bring out the energy and the flavor, and a lot about it is about the interaction between the people that are being the interviewee and the interviewer. So that's really important. So thank you, AJ.
It is really important. It is so important. At the end of the day, we're all in it together. We're all musicians and we're all in it together. We know how much hard work goes into a show. We know how much hard work goes into our music. So at the end of the day, I love these shows because it's our time just to relax and have a good old chinwag. I just think, do you know what? The internet's a wonderful thing. The fact that we can come over and I can talk to my friends over in America and be one big happy family with them all and just have a chit chat and a cup of tea. I've done that on some shows. It's like, put your feet up.
Like with you being on a show is like hanging out. And I have a friend that a cable show that I do with a friend that's like that. But, they're rare where you just can go out and you can hang out and be yourself. Most of them are like, you're talking and you have to take your notes. And it's like, oh, my goodness, why did I put myself on
there's no notes. There's no note taking here, only from our audience. There's no note taking, okay?
You can really be who who you are. Be spontaneous.
Definitely. True to yourself, okay? Spontaneous. I'm just going to ask a spontaneous question, okay? When we're being all true to ourselves, okay?
All right.
Some of us at the ISSA Awards are going to be walking away with hopefully one of the ISSA Awards, and I've heard they're quite heavy. And if mine's going through the post, I expect I'll probably have to go and collect it from my local post office because our posties aren't working at the moment. But you, young lady, how many?
I'm up for 3 awards, Musician of the Year, Single of the Year, and Music Video of the Year. I'm very excited about that.
Fantastic. I bet you are. And congratulations. And,
Thank you.
I was part of that nomination, sort of trauma, and I am going to call it trauma, Tammy Dove. We were all traumatized this year where we had to keep thinking of ideas on how to rally our fans and our family behind us to get nominated for the next week, the next week.
It's not easy asking for votes every month, every day, whatever,
I was running out of ideas. I was thinking to Tammy, the only way I'm not going to get supported is running down the road, with my flags, come support AJ, come support AJ. I was just running out of ideas. It was fun. I enjoyed it, but we're finally there, 2 weeks away. Have you got your speech ready, and have you got your amazing dress ready for the show?
I got a dress. Yeah, that's like a lot of fun. I love to get dressed up, and that's one of the best things. And going to ISSA, what I love about it is that you meet these people that you really become lifelong friends with. You're there, and it's not just about you hoping to get an award, which, I do, but it's also about the community and about being with talented musicians that deserve to be where they are. And that's why ISSA, International Singer-Songwriters Association contest, stands out for me among a lot of the other ones. So I love to go there. I like to get dressed up. I love the way they interview there. They interview personally what's important to you. And they do.
And Caden's ready with a microphone right under your nose as soon as you get through the door. I know what Caden's like, you know, dragging you onto that red carpet and getting those interviews
Caden Gordon,
done.
he's great. And he's so young, too, for the talent that he has.
I know. We've been doing a lot of work with Caden Gordon recently with One Life. And Caden's been a big supporter in terms of One Life, you know, and working with us and making sure our artists across the world, you know, are supported. He works tremendously hard, and he's a very, very good friend of mine, you know, and we spend a lot of time together, and he's absolutely brilliant. But have a great time at ISSA. Enjoy yourself. And from us to you, we really hope that you bring home one of your awards. If you weren't to like win one of them, which one would you be most excited about, and which one?
Definitely. I feel like I've been putting in such hard work this summer, especially as a musician, playing out, writing, collaborating with people, recording.
That's the one that's got to come home.
Getting the gigs is just as hard as playing the gigs, sometimes even harder, because you have to go through hoops. You have to send out the email. You have to send out the video. You have to call the people. They say, oh, yes, we'd love to have you. The next day they're not there. You know, so I mean, it's a whole thing. You really have to be committed and disciplined to being set on the hills, aspirations. And
I was talking about that to a young lady today, and she was just new to the sort of having PR managed and coming into a PR agency. And she's like, "How do I get myself out there? How do I get myself noticed?" I said, you've got to prove that you're the best. You've got to prove that you are the one that people want to see. And that you are the one that basically loves your music that much that you are going to entertain the crowd. I was like, you know, give me that picture. Facebook, I want to see
my selfies and videos on like YouTube. Yeah. And, you know, sometimes people say, oh, you play out so much. And a lot of it's not that I play out, it's that I'm promoting myself. I'm putting up the same videos because, you know, a song you wrote 5 years ago, people are listening to for the first time. You really, you know, you want to be heard. You've got to do the work. You know, you've got to reach audiences, go beyond what you're usually, your already way of knowing how to do things. You have to try to. Was
that a random airplane in the background?
It was a random airplane. It wasn't as nice as that seagull, but it was really.
No, Fred the Seagull is got to be like the top competitor. I don't know if you've heard of the singer-songwriter Kifness from South Africa. You know, we had the famous cat thing with Donald Trump, you know, and then he made it into a song. My partner absolutely adores the Kifness. Now, he's gone from being a joke artist making a joke out of Donald Trump to being a worldwide known artist who actually uses his style of music to play in front of millions now, you know, and I'm thinking, do you know what? I need Kifness on the show because I need to do a duet with Fred, and Fred the Seagull needs to have his own single out because he's become such a part of the show now. I think he should have his own song out. So yeah, there you go. There's a One Life challenge, Kifness. Come and join us on One Life.
There's a song by a group called Bad Company. Like Seagull, you gotta look it up.
Is it?
Yeah, they're an old group from like the 70s.
Are they?
Seagull or something. We're gonna look it up.
Share it with me. I'm gonna look it up, and perhaps we could have a 2025 version. Anyway, everybody, it is 10 minutes left of the show, and I'm dying to get alive to see out the Cystic Fibrosis Month. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand over to Ilene to express to us about this track that she's going to sing for us, tell us all about what it is, and then while she does that and gets herself warmed up and gives us this great track, I will get the quiz of the night sorted. So over to you, Ilene. Tell us about this track you're going to sing.
Okay, well, I want to play a song. This is a new one, too. And it's about just slowing down in life, and it's called Yellow Light. So it's pretty self-explanatory, and I hope the guitar, you can hear the guitar pretty well in the voice.
We can hear the guitar.
Okay, it's pretty amazing. A lot of these interviews that I've had where I've been looping out back and forth in the earphones, I just like, oh my goodness, it's giving me a headache. And this is quality. This is one of my
fantastic. Well, I'm
interviews.
gonna remove myself from stage because the stage is yours because everybody
Okay.
wants to see your amazing
All right.
voice. So
Okay,
here you
here
go.
we go.
Ilene Springer.
Okay, here we go. I got too much to do, speeding through the day. I got a million dreams, many bills to pay. I need a little time, I need a little space. There's a lot in my world I need to replace. Yellow light, I'm taking my time, letting go of the traffic on my mind. You're not a stop or a go, but a sign of caution to take it slow. You're not missing life, yellow light. With the noise and the chaos, I won't run with no wind. 'Cause there's a place in waiting, and you can call me your friend. You need to be the purpose, you need to be the cause. And I'll breathe in the fresh air, 'cause your sign says to take a pause. Yellow light, I'm taking my time. Life is not a race, but an insight. And in the silence of each second, giving hope to fight, and it's alright. Yellow light. How the green light will come, will be bright to see. But for now I'm embracing uncertainty. Every stop has a reason, and it makes me strong. Now I'm realizing this road is not that long. Yellow light, I'm taking my time. In these focused moments, holding the wheel tight, and I'm alright. Yellow light. And in each focused moment, holding the wheel tight, and it's alright. Yellow light. There's a calmness in the break. It's a new thing I found. Sometimes the best road ahead is just slowing down. How the green light has come, and I'm taking with me. Now I'm embracing yellow light. Life is not a race, but an inside. And in each holding the wheel tight, yellow light.
Woo!
Thank you.
Absolutely amazing, and thank you for doing a live.
Thank
And
you
what
so
a way
I got
to
the last
actually
line
finish the
wrong. I was
month.
thinking and I screwed up. It was like carrying the
Do
lessons
not
up.
worry.
It was like sometimes it makes me strong, but I'm carrying the lessons of my soul, and
I love musicians. We always kick ourselves after a performance. Do not kick yourself, young lady. That was a great performance, a great song, and I'm really looking forward to coming out. Anyway, everybody, what a way to finish this month. It has been an absolute fantastic month, and I've had an absolutely great month. So while we sort out the quiz for you all and wonder what it will be today, okay? Obviously we don't know because it's spun on the wheel, and then basically 10 questions are asked, and you in the audience, basically, if you don't beat us, you owe us double, okay? That means either double time with the charity and getting it out and proud, or if you've got money in your pocket still, probably not. It's, especially with the cost of living. I don't know what the cost of living is like over in the US, but in the UK, yeah, it's hard to even get a penny out of my bank account these days, let alone give it to charity. But I'll tell you what, please share, okay? So we are going to spin the lovely wheel. What is it going to be tonight? Oh, please be nice and kind to us. We had sound effects last night. That's quite fun, actually. Me and Blackwood Mojo were really good at it. We got, I think, 8 out of 10. So let's hope it's kind again to us tonight. Here we go, everyone. Oh, really? It done that one. Okay. It's got on to the same one as you did last time. Would you like to do Guess That Sound as well?
Guess the sound? We have a winner.
Guess the sound. Yep, Guess the Sound. A quiz where you basically get played a sound clip, and if you can guess it, then obviously you've got the question right. Or do you want me to give it another spin?
This is for me. I have to guess the sound.
This is for you. This is for us. Yes, this is for us.
Yeah,
this is for us. Well, do you know what? I love to bring a surprise to the show, and you should know me by
ready.
now.
I didn't even hear the sound. I wasn't ready prepared for it.
Well, it's not started yet. That's why. It was just the wheel spinning.
Oh, okay. I thought you wanted to guess that. All right, I'm ready.
Okay, so we do another one. Okay, now she knows the rules of the game, everyone. You can tell the guessing haven't watched us for a while. You're ready this time. Okay, let's give it one more spin, everybody, and we'll see what we can get. Okay, so we remove this one as we did it last night. Let's go. How's your sport? Have you got any sports that you like? Do you like
Red
sport
Sox.
at all?
The Red Sox, baseball.
The Red Sox. Oh, American football. Okay, I tell you what. While I get the Red Sox quiz sorted, or an American football quiz sorted, can you tell the audience why and how has that come about? They might not know this about you. Tell them about your love for the Red Sox.
I hope I'm not going to get a quiz about the Red Sox because I don't particularly watch them a lot, but I have a father and a big family that does, and I do support them. So, but I'm not a good quizzer. So, what I like about
You're
them,
not a good quizzer. I tell you what, we're trying to help you. We're trying to help you.
Quiz Boston is just. Everybody loves the Sox. They're just great.
Everybody loves the Sox.
And the excitement in Massachusetts and Boston in New England, it just exceeds beyond like other teams that I've seen.
Fantastic.
Go Sox.
Brilliant.
Yes.
Go Sox.
Neil Diamond. Neil Diamond's song, Sweet Caroline, and everybody's.
Oh, yeah. That's our team song. They always sing that because our girls have just won the European Cup. So we're quite happy over here in England at the moment because, in England, we've got something to celebrate as regards to sport. The ladies are leading the way. The men haven't won anything since 1966, but hey. At least we've got the girls doing it for us, and they're singing Sweet Caroline on the bus on the way home.
It's amazing that song just came about and it became a song for the Red Sox and
it's a bar classic now. I think every bar has it on.
I remember last time I went to go see him, like maybe 15, 20 years ago, and he played it like 3 times. People couldn't get enough of it. I thought it was a little overdoing, but
there you go. There is actually a Boston Red Sox quiz.
Okay.
We go for it. Come on. We'll find out between us if we know anything. Okay.
I don't want a Boston quiz. I don't want a quiz. Is it a multiple choice thing?
I don't know. We'll see in a minute. We're going to do it together. Okay. This is the last one of the month. So we are taking part together. Okay. No. And we'll see bad we are at the Boston Red Sox, and the rest of your family are going to be like kicking you out because you need to learn more about Boston Red Sox.
No, this is painful.
Oh, it's not painful. It's a bit of fun. Come on, it's the last show of the month. Okay, let's have a bit of fun. To be honest, at the end of the day, it is about fun. It isn't about us losing any money or any sleep. At the end of the day, it's a little bit of fun. But actually, if we get more than the audience does, that makes me smile all the time because that makes me think, actually, I know a little bit. But when it comes to Boston Red Sox, I'm just going to be taking a wild guess. Your family, if they're in the background, if they want to shout through the answers, they might help you out. Okay, so let's go to the Boston Red Sox. Good luck, everybody, because I think we're all going to need it, especially me. Okay, here we go. Okay, so for you baseball lovers out there, what year was the Boston Red Sox founded? Eileen, go on, give it a guess. Don't be scared.
It was founded probably in the 1900s.
In the 1900s? Safe guess. Safe guess. Okay, I'm going to go... go on.
1900.
1900s. I'm going to go 1962. I don't know why 1962, but I'm going to go.
Oh, no.
Let's see what it is.
I'm doing this.
Oh, look at that. See, you know more than you thought. 1901.
I did
you
so
was
good.
out by one.
You know what? I got to tell you why
it
was good. Can I just tell you why I was good at this? Because I know when the last time the Red Sox won the World Series, before the 2004 one, but like years ago, my dad, who's like a Red Sox buff, he wrote a book, and the last time the Red Sox won the World Series before that was 1918. So I knew they had to be founded before that. So I'm only off by one. That's so good.
We'll give you that one.
I'm proud of myself. I thought it was going to be way more embarrassing than it is. Good.
I like the funky music. Yeah, I think you need to write some music for this show. Okay, so there were previous baseball teams in Boston, including the Reds from 1890 to 91, and the Braves from... We've gone wrong. Okay, and the Braves were also one of them. So can you name the other two while I sort this YouTube program out who are in Boston? Surely there can't be more than one Red Sox.
This incredible mold remover gel can restore your bathroom and tiles to their original shine in just 15 minutes. This incredible
So what do you reckon, Eileen? Is there anyone else in Boston?
So, can you repeat the question again?
Okay, let me get to the question again.
There was a commercial going on while you asked that. I had to...
Okay. Right, there were previous baseball teams in Boston, including the Reds from 1890 to 91, and the Braves from 1871 to 1852.
1952.
What was the actual question? It doesn't seem there's an actual question on
There were previous baseball teams in Boston, including the Reds from 1990 to 91, and the Braves from 1871 to 1952. I don't know.
So what are they asking? Are they asking that what were the other baseball teams?
I don't know.
I'm just giving up on this one.
I think I want to be safe with the one question that I was really close to.
I think you've got that one. No one's going to get this one. Whoever invented this competition just needs to rewrite their questions.
What other city?
Cincinnati now the Reds.
Cincinnati,
yes. Okay, let's hope that this one makes some sense. Okay, the Boston Braves, now the Atlanta Braves, were also known as the Boston Red Stockings from 1871 to 1975. Again, I have not got a clue. I think they're basically giving us like information about like baseball. I don't think they're actually giving us questions, are they?
They're red, Cincinnati.
Cincinnati in red. Let's see what the answer is.
How many World Series titles did the Red Sox win before their drought?
Okay, how many World Series did they win?
Before their drought? What is that? Before their like dry spell?
Before they were absolutely, like Manchester United in England at the moment. We're having a real dry spell.
I'm going to say one.
One, okay.
One.
It's not like the like Man United of America. It was 5.
Oh my goodness.
They won in 1903, 1912, 1915, and 1916, and then in 1918.
The only one I knew of is 1918.
Do you know
That's
what?
why
I just
said
found a sports team which has had a longer drought than Manchester United. I thought our drought was bad. Come on, 1919. That's a long time. Come on, Boston Red Sox. Start winning some more trophies.
Now, you really have to be a fan to know the drought. How many would they won before the drought? Like
I totally agree. I totally agree.
My dad should be on this show. He'd know all of them.
He should definitely be on the show.
He's 88 years old. He'd know every single one. Actually, he's watching the Red Sox. My friend asked me to.
Okay, let's see what the next question is. I just love the music. I'm just really grooving to this music.
Yeah,
I can't see what you're doing in the background.
It's for you to remember the answer, so then next time that you know them.
That's it.
You
Yeah.
know?
Okay. Okay? This one's easy. Come on. They've been giving us the answer every single time. Okay,
What was
so
the
we should
original
get
color
this
of the team stockings? Oh, the original? I hope it's red.
Well, they're called the Boston Red Sox, so they can't be the Boston Green Sox because it wouldn't sound the same, would it?
Well, I don't know. I've seen them wear yellow this year, so you know. I hope
it could be pink. It could be pink stockings. You know, us English get a lot of like slack from American people when it comes to our accents. You know, I've already had it on the show today, and I've already had it from Tammy. I'm getting this out of you lot, okay? Stockings, okay? Really? Does your baseball players wear stockings? You know, if the Boston Red Sox had pink stockings on that in England.
Stockings? Is that like maybe their socks? White then, probably.
I really hope that they don't wear stockings. Is this another word for socks?
I would say white then, if it's the stockings.
I'm gonna ask. Vanessa's just walked through the door. Okay, my fiance Vanessa's just walked through the door. She always does when it comes to quizzes, and she's definitely not going to be able to get this one this week. Okay, definitely not be able to get this one. This is hard. Okay, but I'm going to need to ask Vanessa. Vanessa's been to America more than I have. Vanessa, do Americans like sports stars? Because we're talking about baseball here. Do they wear stockings? Long socks. So stockings are long socks.
Right. So white would be the answer for this. White.
Okay. All right. I've just got a vivid image in my head. It really is. Pink stockings with the Boston Red Sox. That's someone put the washing on wrong. Let's see what colour it was. It was dark blue.
Oh, I got that.
At that time, they had no official nickname, but they were known as the Americans Bostonians.
What was the name of the Sox first home field?
What was the name
Fenway
of
Park?
the boxes? Say that again.
Fenway Park.
Let's see if you're right. Fenway Park. If you've got this one right, you've got the two out of them. No, it was Huntington Avenue grounds.
No, not even close. Fenway Park is what it's now.
Oh, it's where it is now.
They moved it to 1912. Oh.
They did. They moved in 1912, okay? With their blue stockings, not their pink ones. Okay, what team refused to play
the Red Sox in the 1904 World Series?
How are you meant to know this? This is like 1904. You know, seriously, everyone?
My dad would know this. I would say probably the Yankees because they're
Yankees
with the Red Sox. So that's what I would say. Just about guess.
It is the New York Giants.
Oh, I was close. New York, right?
I'll give you that one. It seems it's such a hard quiz. I'll give you that one. You said New York.
My dad knew that.
And I'm not getting any of these. It's completely a blank.
That's the American League of Inferior. Oh my word. How many years was Babe Ruth with Boston? See now?
How many years was Babe Ruth with Boston? Okay. I'm going to take a guess. I reckon he was there for at least 200. No, I'm going to go, 20 years.
Oh, no, he wasn't there that long. I'm going to say 8 years.
8 years. Okay. So you're going for 8. I'm going to 20. Who's going to be the closest? It was 6.
I was close.
You were the closest. He was with the Red Sox from 1914 to 1919.
I was close. I knew the vicinity.
Why was the Green Monster installed at Fenway Park? This almost sounds like a joke. It surely is not a question. What is the Green Monster?
Why was the Green Monster installed at Fenway Park?
No, I need to know, what is the Green Monster? Is it a mascot?
I don't know
what is the Green Monster? Okay. Oh dear. The Green Monster in pink stockings. That's what I've got in my mind at the moment. I don't know why. To prevent non-ticket holders from seeing the game, of course.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
So next time you do a gig, can you make sure you dress your brother up into a Green Monster to prevent them from getting tickets into your live show? Yeah.
If
I think we should do that. Last question, everybody.
What is the Morse code that appears on the white lines of the scoreboard?
What is the Morse code? Is that like dash, dash, dot, dot? Are we
I
talking
don't
that sort of
know,
Morse
I
code?
don't really care. Do you?
Well, if it's a scoreboard and it's like 1-0, or it's got to be dot dot because it goes on top of each other.
Okay.
I'm taking a wild guess here.
But how is this going to help you in life, really? I mean, what is the Morse code that appears on the white lines of the scoreboard?
I'll tell you what, I dare you to actually say to your dad, I've got a really good quiz that Adrian gave me tonight. It's all on the Boston Red Sox on YouTube. We're going to find it and test your knowledge. And can you please tell me what his score was? I haven't got a clue. The initials of former owner Thomas A. Yankee and J.R. Dean. Keeping the Morse code up was controversial considering the racist part of the team under Yorkie. Thanks for watching, everybody. But any comments see below? The comments below they weren't that great, to be honest. And to be honest, YouTube, whoever made that one, go back to the drawing board and make it easier for me and Ilene Springer next week. This had
to be for very dedicated Red Sox fans. I feel like this.
They are absolutely dedicated.
To get back,
Absolutely.
maybe not watching because
definitely
my family's
as a big Red Sox. I'm beat this week. I'm beat with quizzes. I'll tell you, they've really completely made me really look silly. I think that's 2 out of 10 for the past 2 weeks. I'm doing bad when it comes to quizzes. Anyway, everybody, we have had an amazing 1 hour and 30 minutes with the amazing Ilene Springer. We are going to let her get going because she's got a plane to catch to get over to Atlanta. Good luck with everything. Good luck with the show, and I hope it all goes well. Have you got any special thank yous to say goodbye to anybody? Have you got any special thank yous?
Thank you for everybody who has supported me in my music and is watching this. Thank you for your time and for your continued support.
Fantastic. Okay. And I'm just going to thank each and every one of you for a fantastic week, but also thank our artists for giving up their days and dedication to the Cystic Fibrosis Trust. I hope you've had a great month. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. And if you've not seen any of the shows, please go back and watch them. There have been some absolute crackers, especially this one. Okay. Over to YouTube, press subscribe, and we will see you next week for our new charity. Okay. Take good care, everyone. We'll see you soon.